Which is really special because it has a slight turn when it goes over the Mississippi, so it looks very different than other bridges. It's on Route 66. We made it to Tom Sawyer's Boyhood home, where he based the stories of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn in the city of Hannibal, Missouri. Holy crap. This is so cool. As you can see in there, there's a little thing of Mark Twain in there. This is where he grew up, and he based his stories off Tom Sawyer and what he did going through the caves, and you can actually whitewash the wall, just like Tom Sawyer did in the book and the movie. So I'm going to whitewash. The stories of Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer and his other good ones were based on his adventures that he had here in Hannibal, Missouri, and the Mississippi River, which is blocked off right there because they have a wall down there, because if they didn't have the wall down there, then this whole town would have been flooded. So that wall is very helpful right now, and it's very cool. Look at this house. Imagine this town in the 1800s. And this is supposed to be Becky Thatcher's house, which was like his girlfriend, I'm pretty sure, in the book. But yeah. So we have made it to the Walt Disney Hometown Museum. I have waited to go into this place for forever. It's so cool. This building used to be the train station where Walt used to watch trains go by when he was a kid. And they changed it into a museum, and they have stuff donated from Walt's sister to this museum so they can make this museum happen. Let's go inside and see what they have.
4 years old, and he came from Chicago, where he was born, and came here as a 4-year-old, like I said, and he stayed here for his childhood.
This is where he carved the desk twice in his hometown in Marceline. He came back to identify the desk and that he carved this desk with his initials, WD. So cool. The Marceline Midget Autopia. This car used to be in a ride at Disneyland, but Walt Disney donated it to Marceline. And they eventually took out the ride, but now they're redoing the track and going to put the ride back in to the Marceline Walt Disney Park. That's insane. Whoa. This place. Whoa. Holy crap. That is such a cool sword. Look at all this stuff. Oh my gosh. Fantasyland concept art. Plenty of memorabilia. This is track from his railway in his backyard in California. Whoa. It is so cool. Look at all these early things. So many cool collectibles. His signature. I need this sword in my room. Oh. All these letters from all his family. Oh, this talks about Flora and Elias Disney, his parents, and all the letters they sent to him and wrote. Cool. This is Elias's toolbox. That is something you don't see every day.
Reminds me of Davy Crockett.
Yeah, it was filmed around, as you can see right here. Ruth Disney was Walt's best friend when they were children growing up. They were always together, but later in life, the business partners were Roy and Disney, and Walt. Roy and Walt. This TV right here was the TV of Ruth Disney, where Walt said to her when she didn't want to go to opening day of Disneyland, so he sent a TV to her so she could watch the opening day of Disneyland, where she lived in Portland with her husband. Wow. I need this paper. Look at these stocks of paper.
1888 in Florida, New Orleans.
Hey, my name's Ray. You want to buy insurance? Hidden Mickey! Hidden Mickey! Hidden Mickey! What the heck? What was that? Dreaming tree. It's now dead because it was struck by lightning. Let's go. Whoa. Look at this. Oh my gosh. That's so pretty, beautiful, and so much detail. Holy crap. I think I need to steal this.
Wow.
I think I need to steal it. Gosh, these models are so cool.
Scale of like every one of these. You get this. What's the scale again?
This is so cool. Please do not touch. I just want to play with this thing. Look at Peter Pan's flight, Snow White, even the evil queen is in there. This is so detailed. Holy crap. So cool. Main Street, USA. We visited this on my channel. But here's the other one. Oh, look at the firehouse. Let's go see it on the other side. This is where he used to smoke. That's his firehouse right here, where his apartment was. That's where he used to smoke. This used to be the police station, right where I'm pointing, and then the city hall. Guys, I'm kind of freaking out. Sorry if I'm a little bit antsy. Penny Arcade. Look at this Pirates of the Caribbean one. Even look inside. Oh. These things are actually to scale. Every single thing you see right here is to scale. Which is absolutely insane, the amount of detail they put into this. Oh, Mom, the teacups, the hidden house that apparently no one sees, and Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
What?
Look at this house. The Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. Modeled to scale. Oh my gosh. I wish I could just go very small and just go inside of the Haunted Mansion. Indiana Jones. Other things. The treehouse. Valor Inn. Frontierland and Disneyland. Never looked so good at small, man. Davy Crockett. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out, guys. The bazaar. Everything is here. The tiki room. Oh, it's all here. Oh my gosh. And the original map of Disneyland. Whoa. As you can see, like Splash Mountain or Thunder Mountain. In Frontierland, there was just like, you could ride pack mules. There was more simple rides than Space Mountain. There was just like rides of 1,000 Leagues exhibit. Everything here is just like it was on opening day. That is so amazing. how much detail was put into all of these. Holy moly. This is a recreation of the porch that they had in Marceline. And this is also a recreation of the paintings that Ruth and Walt did on the side of the building with tar. They thought they could just wash it off with a hose, but no, it never came off. That is awesome. Whoa. That bark is from the dreaming tree, and so is this root. The dreaming tree is well gone because it was struck by lightning and is falling apart right now. But it's still very important because Walt Disney used to just sit there out there in the grass next to the tree and just practice dreaming. And many believe that's how he got so good at dreaming and helped him dream up the idea of Disneyland and all those different movies and characters.
No. Okay.
This is so pretty. Marceline is a very cool town. It has this nice little fountain or a little lake kind of thing with a really cool bridge over it. I am really loving Marceline so far. Whoa. This right here is awesome. This right here is awesome. This is the building for the queue of the Midget Autopia that was once in Disneyland, and they relocated it to Marceline in the 60s, and now to bring it back, and they finally laid the concrete, which they've been trying to do for forever, and they finally did it, luckily, by the time that we were coming. I'm gonna have to come back here and see the ride when it is fully open and when they have the funding to build the entire thing. But this is awesome. Whoa. The Midget Autopia. This was a ride from Disneyland. That car we saw in the museum was from this ride. And they tried to make the track exactly like the one that it used to have. And the one that is like, the people say on one of the letters inside of the museum, they said, I remember riding our bikes down from our house to the Disney park, going to the Disney swimming pool, and sometimes getting to ride the Midget Autopia. Walt Disney played in this park when he was a kid living in Marceline. I really like that fountain. I know my hair looks weird right now, but I don't really care. This is unbelievably cool. This right here is where Walt thought of the idea of a Main Street USA at Disneyland. Although, by the time they went back to observe what the Main Street was like, it had already changed enough. It had changed too much to remember what it was like when he was a kid. So they had set other main streets from across different small towns all across USA and mix it with this one to make the Disneyland Main Street that this is today. It really does feel like you're walking down Main Street USA at Disneyland, except there's no castle at the end. Whoa. The Uptown Theater was where they premiered the Great Locomotive Chase in Marceline, Missouri, where they had a parade that said, and they had a banner across that said, "Welcome home, Walt." And they premiered the Great Locomotive Chase here, in this theater. Whoa. The Spirited Mickey, too. That is insane. Open. There's some Disney stuff in there. I don't know if you can see it all in there. But there's a Great Locomotive Chase sign in there. The Spirited Mickey sign. Everything's left. That's so cool. Popcorn bag still in there. Mickey, 98. I guess the last thing they showed in here was that. They're still trying to fix up this movie theater. It's so cool how Walt Disney walked down these streets as an adult and a child, which I think is really cool. And I'm very happy to be here in the place of Walt Disney. This right here is important because at Disneyland, on the corner, there is a Coke corner, and at Disney World, there is a Casey's corner. And nobody really knew why there was a Coke corner, except when this building right here that we're standing over was burned down, it recovered this painting right here. It was very faint, but it says Coca-Cola. It said Coca-Cola. That's what you used to be able to see when you were here in Marceline during Walt's time. So, yeah, that's how Walt remembered it, with a huge Coca-Cola sign on the corner of Main Street, USA. So they repainted it, and this symbolizes how they got the name from the Coca-Cola corner. That is very cool, and is basically some pretty cool history. So we have made it to the original farm of Walt Disney, and Walt Disney used to walk through these woods, but it used to be more open. Through these woods to this tree right here. This tree, this was back in the 60s. This is what this place looked like, and the dreaming tree. He used to sit there and dream all he could. And since then, the tree has been struck by lightning and is being rotted away. But this is the last remains of the tree right here. This is part of the tree. The dreaming tree. That's all that's left. So they planted the son of the dreaming tree with the soil from the Magic Kingdom, the water from the rivers of America. They planted the son of the dreaming tree who is going to grow for a long time. So you walk through this path, and then you look out onto this huge farm. This would be cool for a young boy to grow up in the early 1900s. This is one of his most famous quotes from here, saying that more things happened to him in Marceline than they ever did in the rest of his life. Whoa. And we're here at the Walt Disney barn. Walt Disney built one of these in his backyard in California. So they took the plans from that and made one here.
Ah!
Whoa.
The swag in the barn.
This is awesome.
I scared him.
Holy.
They bring the benches from inside the museum here.
This is cool.
Andrew, just subscribe.
Right there is Justin Scarred's signature and Allie Warren. Along with all of these signatures, even up in the roof.
Andrew, imagine having one of these.
Look how good of a drawer that person is. An artist.
Bro, D23.
And then up there, all of Justin Scarred and Adam the Woo and Allie Warren's signature up there too. I got a sign right next to them. So I'm about to sign right next to
What's up?
Justin Scarred's signature and all his friends.
Can you get up there and sign?
Right on the corner.
Sign in big letters so everybody will know.
One arrow to Justin Scarred.
Write your name in, Mom.
Andrew Morris. I wrote it down.
Andrew,
It's kind of
you
small.
need to get this.
All right. Yes. Hard to do a signature on wood. Adeline,
There
I'm
they
so
are.
sorry up here.
Up in the rafters of the barn.
Drawing Andrew everywhere.
One toe first.
It's hard to say goodbye but I think we have to. This has been really fun visiting this barn and this property, and I think it's really cool to whoever owns this place that they allowed us to come back here in the middle of their backyard. It says every single day of the year is open, and you can just come back here and go see their barn, go see the tree, and just walk in their backyard, which I think is really cool. And I think it's cool that Walt Disney literally grew up here. And he loved this place. Holy crap. That is cool. And that is something to remember. Yeah. I'm never gonna forget this moment. Most of this house has been changed, but this side right here with all these 4 windows, that's one of the only original parts of this house. Everything else has been added on and refurbished since then. But apparently on this side of the house was where he and Ruth painted with tar on the side. Yeah. So we visited the Disney home in Marceline, Missouri. And now it's time to go to Kansas City and head out of Marceline. Not by train, but by Ford Explorer.